Hello and welcome to another edition of Untitled KKP Gaming Show. I'm your host, Mr. Toffee, Jonathan Toyat. My name, Jonathan Toyat, of course. Nickname, Mr. Toffee. Yep. So we're just going to recap a bunch of stuff here and there. Start off with the news, and then we'll get to the segmented stuff where I review a couple of games that are under embargo. So I'll dive right into the news first. Yes, how about that? Good? Okay, let's go. Alright, I'm just going to pull out my docket here. This is a newsletter I did for 2213. Yep. Yeah, they're sharing the website and the links and whatnot. So yeah, we have a bunch of news that recapped a couple of days ago. So the big one, of course, is Rockstar Games delaying Grand Theft Auto 6. So it's been delayed from May 2026 to November 2026. Yeah. So the timing of the news would be considered serendipitous, of course, as they are planning on... Also, the other big news that happened coincidentally is the fact that Rockstar has fired people in their staff because of the 40 people who were allegedly planning on unionizing, which means, they want to get paid fairly and, get great working conditions, because working in the games industry means crunch and a lot of manipulation from the executives and people on the higher ups telling, forcing people to work long hours and whatnot. There's so many stories about this, people working unfairly, too long hours, while the fat cats collect the money and everything. But yeah, I think this is really unfair on Rockstar Games' part. And in fact, Take-Two and 2K Games by extension, they're supporting Rockstar Games to respond in support of Rockstar Games' decision, claiming that the Rockstar devs were sacked for sharing confidential information. Hey, bitch, if they actually were sharing information, that would have leaked a week or two ago. So, some horseshit right there, honestly, it feels. Considering that Rockstar has had a huge history of, making people work long hours for Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, especially. I think there was a one-time EA spouse and Rockstar wife or husband or spouse actually did a tell-all about working conditions for what was supposed to be Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto Online. So yeah, like I said on this editorial here, the games industry has had a terrible history of overworking its employees and putting them in crunch periods to ship games. It's very insane, yeah. So good thing, Rockstar Games is currently under fire by the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, IWGB. So yeah, to quote, they said this is the most blatant and ruthless act of union busting in the history of the games industry. As someone who has worked at Gumi for doing PR work and some narrative work for some games, and not game design, no, but I did help write the stories and stuff and plot bits and for the characters I was given and everything. Yeah, that was really good stuff. I had to actually use some of my own non-PR hours to work on some stuff, which again, a lot of people, as much as people shouldn't be doing that, I just love some of the games under Gumi and Sega and whatnot back in the day. But that's the thing, a lot of executives and people in the higher ups, directors, they want to take advantage of this kind of behavior so that they can justify putting long hours for people to work on something they love and everything. So that's not right, honestly. I mean, again, this is a more extreme case than mine. Mine's more like I was voluntarily doing it, in that sense, using my work hours for game stuff within the company. But for this is firing people just because they want to make things fair for the workers. It's not fair. It's insane. It's unjust. So hopefully this gets settled. This gets I hope Rockstar Games actually sort their shit together. That's all I'm gonna say. So anything else? Oh, congratulations to Ammobox Studios, a Malaysian studio. They have acquired the IP rights to Depth, a game where sharks and divers fight each other mostly tooth, fin, and guns from the divers, from digital confectioners. So Ammobox Studios will be making a Depth strategy game, or maybe a first-person shooter / strategy title. That would be pretty interesting. Man versus shark. That would be something to look forward to. Looking forward to the Malaysian team to work on depth. Yeah, I guess we can go for our last other major piece of news, which is alright, FUNKO has said, according to the Dexerto.com, that they have quote-unquote substantial doubt about our ability to continue as a company in the next 12 years without extra funding or an acquisition. So sales for the company are continuing to decline. So Funko Pops are not doing well because of the way they handle the business and because of the things they produce, which is something you actually buy if you are looking for last minute gifts and don't really care about the person you're giving gifts to. So all I gotta say about this is, to Funko, good. And that is it from us, from News Bits from Kakucho Parade. So stay tuned for the next video where we talk about the games that we're reviewing. And if you like our channel and whatnot, do check us out on kakuchoparade.com website, our YouTube channel. And yeah, do subscribe to us. Thanks again for the support. 150,000 subscribers. Thanks again. Really awesome stuff. And that is it. See you guys in a bit. Bye-bye.